If you're buying a home, you need to know what FIRPTA is, because if you don't, you could end up owing the IRS an additional 15% of the sales price of your home in taxes that should have been paid by the seller. But now, instead, the IRS is knocking on your door to collect those taxes because you didn't know what FIRPTA is. Hi, I'm Bob Woolverton. I'm with Pure Real Estate in Bellevue, Washington. Here on YouTube, I'm known as your Northwest Realty Advisor. When people ask me what I do for a living, I tell them, I help people sleep at night because my clients can sleep in comfort knowing some of their largest assets are in knowledgeable and competent hands. I'm also the author of 2 books, The Part of Leadership No One Talks About, that's available on Amazon.com, and more importantly for viewers here, my secret wealth of information for any home seller. And I put a link in the description below where you can get a free copy of this book. All you have to do is tell me where to send the book. When we come back after this 8-second break, I'll explain what FIRPTA is and why you need to know about it, so stick around. Your first question is probably, what the heck is FIRPTA? Well, FIRPTA is an acronym for the Foreign Investment and Real Property Tax Act of 1980. And what we're really talking about is FIRPTA withholding tax. If you are buying a home from someone who is a resident alien, or in other words, you're buying a home owned by a foreign person who is not a U.S. citizen, that person is subject to pay taxes to the IRS on the sale of that home under the provisions of the Foreign Investment and Real Property Tax Act of 1980. However, as a foreign person who is not a U.S. citizen, the IRS has no authority over them. Thereby, the IRS has no authority to follow them into some foreign land to collect the taxes owed on the sale of the home. And let's take a look at the IRS's website to see what they say about collecting this tax. Here in the 3rd paragraph, it says, in most cases, the transferee/buyer, that's you, is the withholding agent. If you are the transferee/buyer, you must find out if the transferor or the seller is a foreign person. If the transferor is a foreign person and you fail to withhold, you may be liable for the tax. You can see in paragraph 2, the tax is 15% of the sales price. So, if you buy a $500,000 home and the seller is a foreign person, if 15% of the sales price is not withheld by escrow, the IRS is going to come knocking on your door as the buyer with a tax bill for $75,000. So how did this happen to you? When you wrote your offer to purchase the home, your offer is written by your agent, the buyer's agent. That offer is written on a Form 21, the Residential Purchase and Sale Agreement, and on line 14, you indicate if the seller is or is not a foreign person for the purposes of U.S. income taxation. If you check the box that the seller is a foreign person, that is the first step in instructing the escrow company to withhold the appropriate tax, and you're off the hook. But if the escrow company is not provided with specific instructions regarding the withholding tax, they have no obligation to research the topic nor withhold the appropriate amount of tax, which can cause the IRS to come knock on your door demanding large amounts of money. But as the buyer, how do you know if the seller is a foreign person or not? What I have seen occur on occasion is, and this is rare, but the buyer's broker makes a best guess based off the seller's last name and checks the box on line 14 that the agent believes to be the correct box. However, what is supposed to happen is the listing agent is supposed to upload a Form 22E, the FIRPTA certification, where the seller declares their citizenship status. And you as the buyer also sign this form stating that if the seller is a non-resident alien, that you are instructing the escrow company to withhold the appropriate amount of tax. This is the instructions of the escrow company I was talking about a moment ago. This is what is supposed to happen, and it does happen in the vast majority of cases. However, as I go through listings on the multiple listing service, nearly all of the listings have a Form 22E uploaded with the listing. That's what is supposed to happen. However, on any given day, I seem to always come across 1 or 2 listings that don't have a Form 22E uploaded that declares the seller's citizenship status. And if your buyer's agent isn't on top of these details, and as a result, no instructions are provided to escrow to withhold taxes when they should be withheld, it can be very costly for you when the IRS comes knocking on your door. So be aware. You want to make sure the correct box is selected on line 14 on the offer you write to purchase the home. And if your offer gets accepted, you also want to make sure you're including a signed Form 22E, the FIRPTA certification, with the paperwork that goes to escrow so that you don't get a surprise visit from the IRS. That's a surprise nobody wants. Well, that music means we're out of time for today. I hope you found some value in today's video. If you did, click that like button. And as long as you're there and clicking on things, go ahead and click on that subscribe button too. If you'd like to get a copy of my book called My Secret Wealth of Information for Any Home Seller, I posted a link in the description section below. All you have to do is tell me where to send the book. If you'd like to contact me, you can find my email address and my telephone number in the description box below and at the end of this video. Call me or email me. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to represent you in your next real estate transaction. I'm Bob Woolverton. I'm with Pure Real Estate in Bellevue, Washington. Here on YouTube, I'm known as your Northwest Realty Advisor. When people ask me what I do for a living, I tell them I help people sleep at night, because my clients can sleep in comfort knowing some of their largest assets are in knowledgeable and competent hands. Oh, and every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m., I post new videos about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, as well as some home tours and listing videos. I'll look forward to seeing you next week.